What's up, guys? Kind of tired. Yesterday, I went to the Columbus, Ohio Regional, which is 5 hours away. So I got up at 3:30 in the morning and got back at 4:45 in the morning. So I've been really tired, and then I didn't get much sleep last night either. But anyway, I did get 21st, which was kind of a disappointment, seeing I lost in the last round. And this video is going to be going over my deck list and going through my tournament report. I'm not going to be writing a conventional tournament report for TCG Player. I'm going to more have a overall impressions from the event. There's a hair right there. So you can check that out later this week. But right now, I will go through my round-around analysis after we get through the deck list real quick here. So, the deck I decided to play was the Satellarknights. It was going to be Battery Men, but I went to a local on Thursday, and the deck was just not performing how I wanted it to. It was a good deck. It is a good deck, and all the cards shot up to a really high price, but it's just not something I don't want to play that at a long tournament. I don't think it's consistent enough. Satellarknights are amazing though, and Shadows are really terrible, and I knew that going in. I knew that Satellarknights would be good, but I don't think everyone did, so there was really heavy sided towards Shadows, and no one really sided for Satellarknights, so I think that's why they did so good at my regional, as well as plenty of other events. So anyway, my build's a little bit weird, but we're playing 3 nabbed, obviously. 3 Altair, and then just 2 Vega, 1 Scorpion, and then 1,000 damage burn guy. For the other monsters, we're playing a Trap Trick suite. So we're playing 3 Murmelo and 2 Dianaya. It just adds more rank 4 options. I don't know if you really need 5. I think I might cut it to 2 Murmelo and 1 Dianaya, but I haven't. I don't know yet. And then the weird tech I played that I don't think anyone else is that I've seen is Curry Bandit. This was insane every time it resolved this weekend. I only bricked once all weekend. I opened a hand of 3 Denebs and 2 Curry Bandits, and then drew an Altair. That was like the only brick hand I had. But Curry Bandit just makes hands way better. It sets up Soul Charge and Call the Haunted plays. It also gets your side deck cards faster, and it's just really good. I just see it as better than Duality. But I really enjoyed this card. Obviously, you're going to side 1, maybe 2 out every game. But when they go off game 1, they're just ridiculous. And then I played 2 Soul Charge, because I only have 2 Soul Charge. But with Curry Bandit, like, I pretty much always had this card when I needed it. To be completely honest, I never really had a time. There was never really a time where I was like, oh, I really need to top deck a Soul Charge right now. Because at that point, I'd either used both, or I already had it. And then we played 2 Rhoda, obviously, and then I played 1 Book of Moon, which I sided out actually quite a bit. Wasn't the best card ever. For the traps, we have 3 Call the Haunted, which is obviously insane. 3 Deep Prison for Shadows mainly. I think I'm going to put Memory of an Adversary in. I think that's a really swell card. 3 Stellar Nova Alpha, which is completely unfair. 2 Breakthrough Skill. I didn't feel 3 was necessary because we were playing Curry Bandit. 2 Wiretap, basically just for opposing wiretaps and Stellar Nova Alpha, as well as Trap Stun. And then we played a bunch of 1-ofs. So I played a Compulse, Time Space Trap Hole, Bottomless, Warning, and Torrential. So that's it for that freaky main deck. The extra deck is we had 2 Stellar Knight Deltaros, 2 101s, Exciton, Level Chain, Hudson Pepper Operative, which I never made, Black Ship, which I never made, 101, Cowboy, Dweller, which I never made, Castell, who is really good, number 80, Starly Pily Dynamo, and Heartland Draco. I never made Heartland Draco. I don't think I'll play that card going forward. For the side deck, which I think is mostly the side deck I'm going to take to Toronto, besides like 2 cards. But we played the 3 MST, which I think really need to move to the main for Call the Haunteds. Sorry, they're going to the main to stop Call the Haunteds, not going in the main replacing the Call the Haunteds. 2 Noblemen, which is just a blowout against Shadows. 2 Chalice, which is for Shadows. 2 Pulling Rug, which are just like extra warnings versus Stellar Knights. 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and then 3 Stygian Dirge, which was definitely the best card in the side deck. Just totally auto win against like random things. For my actual tournament report, I have it all written down here. So round 1, I played a Ritual Saphira deck. I scooped turn 1, game 1, as you can see there, because he opened up the Saphira lock with where I can't special summon or target it, and I opened a handful of monsters. But the other games went relatively well. Round 2 was Evil Swarm. This guy wasn't very good. He didn't really know what any of the Satellarknights did. And he was just your basic dude bro Evil Swarm player, and I beat him fairly easily. Round 3 was Infernity, who I got O2'd by. He had Trap Stun both times, and I did not have the Wiretap, and basically just lost because of that. Going into the next page, we have round 4 was against Medolce. This guy was very new to regionals, didn't have a mat, didn't really know his rulings very well, and I did lose game 1 because that was the brick hand where I opened 3 to Neb, 2 Curry Bandit, and drew Altair. But the other 2 games went relatively swiftly. Round 5 was against Fire Kings. In game 1, I let him draw like 6 cards off of Supply Squad because I just kept popping his actual back row with Murmelo as opposed to Supply Squad. And eventually, the match came down to he had like 3,000 life points or something. Oh, looks like he has 13 to 5. Huh. Oh, that was this game. Sorry. I was still really tired, but the game 1 came down to he had a Garunix on field, and I made a Del Toros to pop the Garunix, attack, put him to 500, and then he started to draw his card for his turn. I was like, nope, main phase 2, Rhoda for the 1,000 guy, and then do the last 500 with that. He got really pissed about that. He was pretty salty. Round 6 was against Infernity, who I 2-0'd. I did a bunch of tricks with like he would activate Stygian with an Archfiend in hand, and I'd like compulse like a Necromancer, which basically made him lose instantly. And I just game 2, he didn't do any damage to me, but it was just like a total blowout. Round 7 was Shadows, which I 2-0'd in like 15 minutes. Very good player, although he was kind of sketchy and did get caught kind of cheating later on. But I don't know the full story. I came at the latter half of the cheating incident, so I'm not gonna like accuse him of anything. But that was a joke. Like Shadows was terrible. Round 8 was against Lightsworn, who I did beat. Came down to in the last game where he had perfect mills, except he couldn't get to Dragon Rulers. He was only playing 2 Dragon Rulers, and as opposed to the 4 I usually play. So he milled a Blaster. He had 2 Wyvern Engrave, plenty of Lightsworns. And I went ahead and number 80 the Blaster, and it came down to whether or not he would he had 5 cards left in deck. He had to show me what they were, because he had Wyvern in graveyard and didn't have any targets left, and he had like Minerva, Illumina, a Tidal, and an irrelevant spell. So I set Warning, and if you do Tidal, I would just lose because I didn't have enough life points left, and he could have just Tidaled. Even if I Warning it, he could have brought back the 2 JDs and just blown me out. But he drew the Lumina, summoned it. That was okay. He discarded his last in-hand card, and I Warninged for the game, which is very nice. The last round was Stellar Geargia, which totally blew me out. That was like some of the worst hands I drew. Well, I didn't draw like game 2. I opened 2 Vega, a Stygian Dirge, and 2 Wiretaps, which was okay. He was locked down on a Stygian Dirge for like 3 turns, and then he just drew the MST, and then totally just blew me out. But I don't think that deck list was very good. I think he just kind of got lucky with people not knowing what to do. But if he does top YCS, or I think he's going to ARG Providence or something, and if he does well there, I guess you can call me a liar. But anyway, it was an okay event, and I will be going to Toronto next 2 weekends from now. Yeah, 2 weekends from now. Check out TCG Player for full deck analysis on Monday, and then later in the week for a tournament reflection thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you later. Bye.